Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Taruna Joshi from Ramdas College. Today I am going to talk about cataloging from paper ICT for libraries. Now we come down to the objectives of this module. Objectives are features and advantages of automated cataloging, use of various master databases and authority files for creating the records, process of computerized cataloging, copy cataloging and data import, export in different formats, then use of bibliographical standards for the creation of records, various user services using this module, concept of shared cataloging and online catalog, and management of the issues of computerized cataloging in wider context of library automation. Objectives of cataloging. According to Charles M. Cutter, a catalog should enable a person to find a book of which either the author, the title, or the subject is known, show what the library has by a given author or a given subject or in a given kind of literature, and assist in the choice of a book as to its edition or as to its character. International Conference on Catalogues formed a basis for cataloging standards such as AACR2, ISBD, etc. Objectives for the automation support to cataloging are to speed up processing of materials into the collection, to reduce the clerical effort, stationery such as worksheets, cards, etc., and the unit cost of cataloging a work, and to act as a common means to library materials across the libraries. Advantages of automated cataloging. Creation of a record for a document only once. No main or added entries of catalog are necessary. Any field may be made searchable. Composite and interactive searches extend versatility. Outputs can be obtained in any desired format. Data input and retrieval is much faster. Repetitive work is eliminated. Import or export of bibliographic data is possible, and also interlinking is possible with external databases. Features of automated cataloging. Unicode-based multilingual support for Indian and foreign languages. Compliant to international standards such as Mark 21, AACR2, Mark XML. Supports multi-platform for bibliographic database such as MySQL, MS SQL, or any other RDBMS. Supports cataloging of electronic resources such as e-journals, e-books, virtually any type of material. Supports online copy cataloging from Mark 21 and other formats. Provides freedom to the users for generating reports of their choice and format along with template and query parameters. Provides facility to send reports through email. Allows users to save the reports in various formats. Highly versatile and user-friendly OPAC with simple and advanced search. OPAC users can export their search results into PDF, MS Excel, and Mark XML format. Supports authority files of personal name and corporate body. Supports data exchange through ISO 2709 standard. Global search and replace a word or a phrase. Different templates for leaders and fixed fields of Mark 21. Allows user-generated customized reports. Facilitates authority database of person name, corporate body, subject headings, and series name. Supports copy cataloging in Mark 21 format by using ISO 2709 standard. Now let's come down to the introduction. Automated cataloging systems are very useful to manage the clerical and technical processes involved, and also to promote the exchange and use of cataloging data locally, regionally, nationally, and globally. Over the past few years, databases, and online public access catalog, in short OPAC, have gradually replaced the card, sheaf, and different forms of catalogs which were earlier used. The catalog records have become the central bibliographic record for the exchange management system. A computerized catalog record requires to be standardized so that the interchange of records is possible. Standardization and structuring of these records are based on content designators such as Mark 21, CCF that means Common Communication Format, Unimark which is Universal Mark, or other similar standards. Catalog modules offer advanced comprehensive cataloging and also authority functions designed to ensure efficient and accurate maintenance of all the library holdings. Complying with this, the communication format for both bibliographic and authority records, the catalog module provides very sophisticated options for adding, editing, and searching the library records. Creation and maintenance of master database or authority file. The following are the master databases. Number 1, name. This file provides authoritative data for names of persons, organizations, events, places, and titles. Its purpose is the identification of these entities and through the use of such controlled vocabulary to provide uniform access to bibliographic resources. Names description also provide access to a controlled form of name through references from unused forms. Names may also be used as subjects in bibliographic descriptions. It may be combined with controlled values from subject heading schemes such as Library of Congress subject headings, that is LCSH. Number 2, publisher. This master file contains contact details of all the local and foreign publishers who have published books and serials along with their corresponding codes. These codes are generally created locally. Number 3, subject. This master file holds lists of subject descriptors and are available in various submodules for entering subject headings for books and serials. This master file also includes class numbers corresponding to the subjects covered. Number 4, country. This file contains names of countries and their corresponding codes for entering details of country of publication in submodules of the cataloging module. The country code is generally based on ISO 3166, where each country is represented by 2 unique characters. For example, the code for India is as per ISO 3166 standards. Number 5, language. This file contains entries for languages and their 3-digit codes as per the ISDS manual. Number 6, physical media type. Library materials are available in different types of media which are defined in the master file. These physical media can be selected for creation of bibliographic record. The physical media will help the user to navigate required title in different forms of resources. It may be textual document, CD-ROM, magnetic tape, online, DVD-ROM, etc. This file includes description and the corresponding codes for different physical media. Number 7, corporate body. This master file contains contact details of corporate bodies who have published books and serials along with their corresponding codes. Number 8, meeting. This master file contains name of the meeting, date, and place where it has been held. Most of the options are similar as per the corporate body. Number 9, series. This master file contains name of the series under which various publications are brought out. Now let's come to creation and maintenance of master databases, or also we can say authority files. Modern integrated library management systems, in short we can say ILMS are based on relational data model. Each module of these packages centers on a master database. Any number of additions, modifications, and deletions are possible in the master database, and these changes are automatically reflected in all the submodules of the catalog. The cataloging module also follows architecture wherein records created in the master database are available in all the submodules. It reduces the data entry work and ensures standardization. Generally, the master database is the database where entry is to made only once and it gets reflected throughout its various submodules. Now let's see what authority file contains. The authority file is essential to index terms or headings such as author headings or subject index terms for better retrieval records. Records in this file may be created locally or you can draw from various external available files such as the name and subject authority files of the Library of Congress catalog or other agencies. Alternatively, one or more suitable thesauri may be used to build up the authority file. Library automation packages provide a facility to create and maintain the authority file in the catalog module. This acts as a master database where entry is to be made only once. This gets reflected in various modules of the package. The master file contains authority entries which can be consulted during cataloging, possibly by display in a separate window, and new headings are immediately added to the authority file with an opportunity to review later on. Now let's see what are the basic requirements of a catalog module. First, bibliographic requirements. The integrated library management software system, that is ILMS, must support the following important features and functionalities, which include providing support for a variety of classification schemes and vocabulary control devices, for example, subject headings, list of thesauri, and electronic resource description formats. Then it should also support the standard bibliography and authority record formats, for example, MARC, CCF, etc. And the last, it should facilitate export or import of records from different devices. It should also facilitate retrieval of bibliographic records and its modification at any time once it has been created. It should also facilitate coverage of items like monographs, serials, government documents, or any other type of documents. Next, it should facilitate the catalog data which is to be added, validated, updated, or removed online from the workstations, and it should also support withdrawal of items, export and import of records from other services. Now let's see what are the authority control requirements. The ILMS should support the following features with regard to authority control. Now let's see what are the features. Facilitate incorporation of changes in the MARC authority format or other international or national standard formats. Generation of various kinds of references from other authority records. Accommodate personal, corporate, and topical name headings in a name authority file. Title, uniform title, and series entries in a title authority file, and subject headings in a subject authority file. Basic requirements of catalog module. OPAC requirements. The integrated library management system should facilitate the following functionalities with regard to web OPAC or OPAC. It should support both multiple and expert searching, support users to enter multiple words or phrases to be searched on one, more than one, or all fields, support Boolean operators such as or, and, not, support positional operators such as same, with, near, adjacent, support relational operators like less than, greater than, equal to, etc. Support user self-service features. Facilitate limit its searches by publication year, language, item type, item category, location, etc. Support multilingual features and enable searchers to specify which fields are to be displayed and to indicate brief or full display retrieved records. Next, let's come down to downloading requirements, which should meet the following requirements. Support Z39.50 compliant cataloging system, capturing of bibliographic and authority records from any Z39.50 server through its client, and also facilitate local manipulation of captured data. And the last are the reports and backup requirements, which should support the following: reflect count of all records edited by a specific operator over a specified time period, generate lists, statistics of items added or tabulated by call number or document type, adjustment location, etc. Produce a list of all the citations with authority file violations, and also support backup of all the cataloging records in suitable media and easy recovery of records if required. Process of computerized catalogs. Title in process. The titles which have been entered in the acquisition module will appear under this option in the cataloging module. It allows to feed the missing information accurately, correct the details like title or author, edition, etc. Retrospective conversion. There are a number of options for the retrospective conversion, which are mentioned below. First is the manual form. The majority of the libraries are creating bibliographical records in the database through the manual keying in by using various data sources such as data input sheets, accession registers, etc. Second, existing library catalog. Development of library online catalog started long back in many libraries of the world, and at that time integrated library automation packages were not available. As such, cataloging data available in digital format can be merged into the catalog database created using the newly installed ILMS. Third, Union Catalog. Union database is unified online library catalogs of books, theses, etc. It contains bibliographic description, location, and other information regarding the documents. Next, commercially available files of marked records. Records from the external databases can be downloaded directly from the relevant online databases such as OCLC or CD-ROM, etc. Other sources. Copy cataloging denotes the process of downloading bibliographic records from cataloging utilities or vendor online systems. This is the most popular method in many libraries. Next, import-export. Data import-export facility is available in most of the ILMS softwares, which allows to import marked records from the publishers, Library of Congress, etc. to the ILMS software. Secondly, it exports ILMS records into Mark 21 format. Third, convert CCF records into Mark format. Fourth, import marked XML data into ILMS software. And the last, provision to add accession numbers to imported data. Standards for bibliographic formats. First, Mark. Several options are available for libraries for automating cataloging activities. The most widely used method is by using Mark format. It is to the credit of Library of Congress for having recognized the need for developing a record structure and format which would greatly facilitate the exchange of bibliographic information between the libraries, group of libraries, and computer systems. MARC format is a widely accepted structure coding system for a particular type of material, including different monographs, etc. It follows the rules for bibliographic record formats laid down in ISO. Now let's come down to the second one, which is the Common Communication Format. UNESCO's General Information Program, that is PGI, recommended MARC format for the libraries and UNICIST reference manual for abstracting and indexing agencies. But since it is common for developing countries to support only a single bibliographic agency, some countries have indicated that they find neither of these two formats entirely satisfactory. The direct result of this dissatisfaction has been the development of Common Communication Format, that is CCF. It was first published by UNESCO in the year 1984. The third one is the UNIMARC. Now what is UNIMARC? Let's see what is UNIMARC. The scope of UNIMARC was to specify the content designators, that is the tags, indicators, automation of cataloging and subfield codes to be assigned to the bibliographic records in machine readable form. The MARC formats which were developed in other countries like Canada, Latin America, Spain, Denmark, etc. The multiplicity of these formats made it difficult to exchange the machine readable data on an international scale. The IFLA Working Group on Content Designators, which was formed in 1973 under the joint auspices of the Committee on Cataloguing and Committee on Mechanization, took steps to establish what is known as the UNIMARC, which could facilitate translation of records and international exchange of data. UNIMARC was intended to be a carrier format for the exchange purposes. It does not stipulate the form, content, or record structure of the data within individual systems. Records are usually structured in exchange tape format as the last stage in any conversion process after form, content, and content designators have been converted to the UNIMARC standard. Those organizations intending to use UNIMARC for data interchange will find it useful to coordinate their internal format, content designators and field and subfield definitions with those in the UNIMARC to reduce the complexity of data conversion when the records are converted into the UNIMARC exchange tape structure. Next is ISBD. ISBD, that is International Standard Bibliographic Description. ISBD was developed out of a resolution of the International Meeting of Cataloguing Experts organized by the IFLA Committee on Cataloguing in Copenhagen in 1959, which recommended that standardization of the form and content of bibliographic description be established. With the development of programs and data files for smaller computers, the ISBD CF was also published in the year 1988 as a result of developments like emergence of interactive multimedia, development of optical technology, availability of remote electronic resources on the internet and World Wide Web, etc. These formats conform to ASCR2 rules and are also useful for exchange of bibliographic data. Next is FRBR, that is Functional Requirements for the Bibliographic Records. FRBR is a conceptual entity relationship model developed by the International Federation of Library Association and Institutions. The next is RDA, that is Resource Description and Access. Resource Description and Access is a standard for cataloging that provides instructions and guidelines on formulating bibliographic data. Intended for use by the libraries and other cultural organizations such as museums and archives, RDA is the successor to the Anglo-American Cataloging Rules 2nd edition, in short AACR2. AACR2, the current cataloging standard set for English language libraries, RDA was initially released in June 2010. The primary distinction between RDA and AACR2 is structural. RDA is organized based on the functional requirements for bibliographic records. Next is Unicode. Unicode is a computing industry standard for the consistent encoding, representation, and handling of text expressed in most of the world's writing systems. It supports more than 150 languages to create bibliographical records in multilingual formats. It was developed in conjunction with the Universal Character Set Standard and published in book form as the Unicode standard. The latest version of Unicode contains a repertoire of more than 110,000 characters covering 100 scripts and various symbols. User services. The Cataloguing or OPAC module of ILMS can provide the following services: current awareness or bibliographical services. In principle, current awareness service and bibliographic service are the same. While current awareness service is generated periodically, bibliographic service is created on demand. One can select appropriate options and provide filters if needed and generate the report. The report can also be saved in different formats, that is in PDF format or Excel. It can also be printed and also sent by email to the users. Online public access catalogs. In short, OPAC. The OPAC has simple and advanced search facility with the minimum information for each item, including author, title, corporate body, conference name, subject headings, keywords, class number, series name, accession number, or combination of any of two or more information regarding the item. Major functions provided in this module are simple search, Boolean search, advanced Boolean search, displaying and downloading of records in MS Excel, PDF or Mark XML, and also search support for the item that are in the acquisition process in the library. Reports. Most of the integrated library management softwares provide basic and advanced level reports facilities with standard filter options. User can create multiple templates depending on the requirement by selecting fields. Basic report. One can generate basic report with limited number of fields with standard filters by class numbers, titles, collection type, language, shelving location, accession number record ID, subject heading, recent titles, location, accession number by ranges, user's name. One has to enter the appropriate parameters and filters as well as select the desired template and get the report. Advanced report. It allows using Boolean operator by selecting requisite mark fields and subfields too. There are a number of filters, in fact a good number of filters, to limit the search based on user needs, generate spine labels or barcode labels and book cards, and also generate lists, statistics of items added or edited by operator over a specified time period. So students, let's now summarize whatever we have learned in this module. The most important housekeeping activities associated with any modern library comprise of acquisition, cataloging, circulation control, and serials control. The success of a library depends to a large extent on the efficient and effective organization of these housekeeping activities. In the past, these activities have been carried out manually, but in today's context, these operations are being carried out with the help of computers. Also, we have learned that the cataloging module describes the objectives, advantages, and the features of computerized cataloging. basic requirements, processes, and basic jobs in cataloging, importing and exporting data from different formats based on standards were also covered. The module also highlighted various master databases, standards, reports, and user services. The module helps to acquire knowledge required to understand the use of computers in library housekeeping activities. There are a number of software packages which could be used to accomplish these activities. The main objective is to indicate the factors which must be taken into consideration when studying automation of these routines and to examine how some of the softwares deal with this work. Thank you.